Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Josh Strife and this is a green screen. Now, some of you have probably thought about buying a green screen and using it for streaming or video making, and then you realised how phenomenally expensive they can be. Well, I'm going to tell you how I made this custom-sized green screen for less than 40 quid. Here we go. A green screen consists of four major elements: the fabric, the frame, whatever you use to attach the fabric to the frame, and the lighting. We're going to find the cheapest way to achieve all four of these things in the highest possible quality. We'll start off with the fabric. It doesn't actually matter what fabric you use as long as it's all the same colour. Now that doesn't even have to be green. It can be green, some films use blue, some people use black and white, but that's much harder to chroma key out. The reason we use green is because it's one of the least common colours used in film or TV making. So when you're telling a computer to forget a certain colour, you don't have to rotoscope every single colour. You just say, ignore the green, and it happens that the green screen is the only green thing there is. That's the point. Now when you choose a fabric, make sure the fabric is thick enough. If you choose extremely thin cotton, then the light's just going to shine through and you're going to see whatever's behind it. This is relatively thick but cheap felt. I bought it from a market stall in the city where I live, and this huge 3 metre by 2 metre felt square cost me about £15. Now once you've got the fabric, we'll need the frame. This is what holds the fabric wherever it needs to be. You can purchase some very expensive aluminium frames. The reason they're expensive is they are lightweight and they are portable. Now I don't need this to be lightweight or portable because it's going to stay in the same place and it needs to be strong. So we don't need to spend a lot of money. Instead, I made this for about £15 entirely from broom handles and duct tape. And to prove it, I'm going to show you how to do it as well. This is my green screen, and around the side you can see the frame. Now if I zoom in on the frame, you'll be able to see, I wasn't lying, it is literally broom handles duct taped together. Over here on the floor, I've got all the spare broom handles that I didn't use or made a mistake on. Now it's going to be difficult for you to create or duct tape together a massive 3 metre by 2 metre kind of frame, but I have done it. If I zoom out and hold the camera over here, you can see it goes all the way along the wall and then all the way on the back. It is 3 broom handles on the bottom and 3 broom handles on the top, and then 2 broom handles down for the sides, either side. I also then added a 3rd broom handle each side as a leg. Now the broom handles are held together by a combination of tying them with a shoelace and copious amounts of duct tape. When you build this frame, you will discover an engineering problem. I have an example here to show you in small mode. This is an engineering problem. The problem is that whenever you connect 2 pieces like this, they will wiggle really easily. You need to find a way to stabilize and support this. If I take off the clamps, I'll show you the stabilization and the support that we've got here. And all it is another pipe, another pole, duct taped in a triangle formation. Any engineers out there, you'll know exactly what I'm doing with this. I'm supporting. This is a support strut. This means that even though it's a really big frame, it's not going to wiggle around. Once you have built the frame, you want to lean the frame against the wall part of your room. So we've got the fabric and we've got the frame. Part 3 is how do we secure the fabric to the frame? Well, you've probably worked that out already. I use clamps like this. You simply pull the fabric over the frame and then clamp it to it. You need to make sure the fabric is clamped relatively tightly, keep it really taut, because if the fabric is allowed to flap around like this, you can see it when I'm doing this right now, you'll get different shades of green. You'll get some shades being lighter, other shades being darker. By pulling the fabric nice and tight, it makes our lighting much easier. So we've got the frame, we've got the fabric, we've connected the fabric to the frame. Now let's talk about lighting it. So I've got my fabric, my green screen, and my frame, and I've connected it to it. Now I need to talk about lighting. The first thing you'll notice from this video right now is it's relatively dark. So I've got two lamps, one lamp to the front left and one lamp to the front right. The front left near my microphone just here is this red lamp, and if I spin round the lamp over to my front right is that black lamp just there. If I turn one of the lamps on, it lights one side of the green screen and one side of my face. If I turn the other lamp on, it lights the other side of the green screen, and what we now have is a lovely uniform colour of green. Now neither of these lamps are pointed at my face. If I twist the lamp so it points at my face, I get a much more harsh glare. I want to make sure the lamp is lighting the green screen. I will be lit by the residual overflow light from all of it. Lighting the green screen is the important thing. Now as I move my chair back toward the green screen, you'll notice that it actually casts a shadow. If I hold the camera up here, you'll notice the shadow. I do not want a shadow to be cast, so I have to make sure that I am far enough away from the green screen that I'm not going to interfere with these lights. Now let's talk about these lights for a moment. You'll notice that I've got this piece of fabric hanging over the light. This is to prevent the harshness and the glare. If I lift the fabric up, you'll notice that it gets very, very harsh. All this piece of fabric is, by the way, and in the industry we call this spun, or a filter, or a diffuser. All this piece of white fabric is an old white shirt that I have cut into a square and then duct taped, I do love me some duct tape, to the top of the lamp. Having the white fabric in front of the bulb is diffusing the light. It makes it much softer, it makes it much smoother. So by having two lights, two lamps, and a ceiling light obviously, I have managed to smoothly light this green screen. I have managed to smooth and diffuse the light onto both myself and the screen behind me. The fabric is pulled taut, and all it has cost me is the price of some fabric, the price of about 10 or 12 broom handles, and the price of two cheap lamps, which I have then put a square of fabric in front of to diffuse the light. Making a green screen does not need to be expensive. You just need to think outside the box slightly, have one massive piece of fabric of a single colour, build a frame for it out of broom handles or any kind of poles that you can find, and then stick two cheap lamps either side and light those. And to prove it works, I'll show you some Twitch gameplay. So here is some basic gameplay. I've got old school RuneScape playing in the background, and you'll notice there's a huge green square around me because I haven't yet put the chroma key on. Now I need to right click on the actual kind of camera thing in the OBS that I'm using, go to filters, and as I move the chroma key similarity to be more similar to green, it will pick it up and push it out. There we go, now it's gone to pretty much nothing. Now if I put the similarity really high, it will pick me up as well, and we'll go to this kind of ghostly thing. We often call this artifacting when it is not enough. When you get the little artifacts on my shirt that are happening, it just means that the chroma key hasn't been quite adjusted, so I need to pull it down as close as I can get it, roughly around there. Click accept, and now you've got a perfect green screen where I am forward and the lighting is there. Now remember I talked about shadows earlier. If I move back toward the green screen, there we go. When I start to cast the shadow on the screen, you'll see the artifacting that we get. As I move away from it, it goes away. If I hold my hand in front of either of the lights, it darkens it, we get quite a bit of artifacting, and my hair kind of starts to go there as well. But as long as everything is lit, I am sat forward. The green screen is a uniform colour. I can then move around and the game will be picked up perfectly behind me. This green screen cost me about 40 quid. It takes roughly a couple of hours to build and set up, and once you've got it set up, you do not need to move it. Now you don't need a green screen to make your Twitch stream any better, you don't need one for video making, but if you are sat there thinking, I really want a green screen, but I don't want to spend £100 on it, you don't have to. Think outside the box, grab some broom handles, go to your local market, buy a big piece of fabric, and then build it yourself. Couple of clamps and you are done. Give it a go, let me know how you get on in the comments, and if you would like to join me on Twitch anytime, I'm always live 5 nights a week at twitch.tv/Josh Strife Hayes. Thank you for watching, build your own green screen, and have a great day. Special mention to the Jack Wu Show Twitch stream who asked me specifically exactly how I set my green screen up. I'm mentioning the Jack Wu Show for two reasons. One, I support his channel and want to see more people go there. And two, this video wasn't quite over 10 minutes in length and so YouTube wouldn't have monetized it. So I need to sit here for the next 20 seconds to hit that monetization mark. The video's finished and I'm not going to say anything else useful, so you can go and do whatever else you want with your day, or hang out, or Twitch stream, or play games, or eat healthy, or exercise, or whatever you want to do. I'm literally just talking now because I want to hit the monetization time. I'm going to look at the stats of this video, and hopefully people will have stopped watching by this point because you don't need to be here. But if you do carry on and you do want to watch the end of this, then leave a comment down below and just say, I watched the whole thing. Because, I mean, you don't have to. You didn't need to. I'm just here trying to game the system as we all are. We're all trying to make our fortunes, aren't we, guys? If you are a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer, good luck. Keep going. Work hard. You will get there. And that's probably enough. Okay, thanks. Have a great day.